Thank you for joining me again on TMI. We'll look at 2023 elections and tackling electoral violence. And joining me on this from my immediate left, I have Romeo Juliet, who is a political analyst. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Candidate.
And next to him, I have Comrade Collins Osagai Amadi. Good morning, Collins.
Good morning, Philip.
There has been this discussion, this narrative about how to get it right in terms of ensuring that we have election violence taken off from our polity. And just now, we're still receiving reports, INEC facilities being destroyed, and of course, even our campaigns, rallies, of which you are a very substantial part in that direction, you know, it's still being attacked now. What does this portend for the 2023 polls, Romeo?
Oh, well, I'm happy to be here, first of all. You know, this 2020 election is going to be very tough, like I always say. But for the fact that a lot of INEC facility is being destroyed and all that is not called for, because those things are being bought with money, and they actually, if you spoil them, Nigeria is still going to spend a lot of money in getting those stuff, so it's not called for. So, but what I think is they should put proper things in place, which I always say, you know, they should put proper things in place. And I think if we continue to destroy INEC property, it's going to be tough for us. So okay. I tell the citizens to desist from that. That's not the major thing we should do right now.
And we are looking at the aspects where even the Deputy Director on the Office of the Inspector General of Police, talking about Yusuf, made it clear that they are yet to get requests over the facilities being destroyed. And they are yet to get requests for prosecution, for arrest and prosecution. Now, for this to be coming from the Assistant Director, what do you see as per the government's readiness to tackle the issue of election violence?
If the law enforcement agency said they have not gotten requests, who is to give them or who is to make the request? Ordinarily, maybe INEC should write to say our facilities have been destroyed or AYZ have happened. Please come and help us do detailed investigation and subsequently arrest those involved. But in a situation where INEC is concerned with the few electronic new device they want to use and forgetting the major things, because you cannot.
Are you thinking in that direction that INEC is forgetting others?
If they are not, they should know that their property that has been destroyed is sacrosanct to an election. The area where election is to take place, first you must have a safe INEC office.
But the leadership under Mahmoud Yakubu has always come up on that occasion. That in spite of the fact that their facilities are being attacked, you know, goes a long way to affecting the election.
Now sister agency.
But that at present they are making replacement for the things that were destroyed, but that if it continues at this pace, no doubt it will affect the electoral process. So this is coming out to the government. Now, INEC is not the law enforcement. It's not a law enforcement.
I am only just telling you that was why the law enforcement too cannot dabble into an issue where they have not been involved. Otherwise, it will look as if they are doing oversabi. Let me use that word, oversabi, because every institution have its roles. You must be invited. You must be informed before you act. Maybe they didn't invite the DSSS, or maybe they also invited vigilante or some other institutions that are concerned. But however, that's not supposed to be the issue. With all of this that is happening and with the recent way INEC is beginning to act, I am beginning to feel that they don't really have that wherewith to conduct an election that will be well accepted by all.
Why are you focusing on INEC as per the issue of security?
No, the reason why I'm not looking at INEC before now,
the body language of the government.
Before now, I was not looking at INEC. When you say government, INEC is part of government. Police is part of government. So it's different agencies that have been emboldened to take each responsibility as it concerns them. Now, INEC over the time I've had an open meeting with security agencies, assuming and saying they are going to collaborate. Now, if an issue has happened, the security agency is saying or telling Nigerians that they have not been duly informed. That means there is no collaboration. that means everybody is doing their own. And that also means that when the election comes, it's going to be like that. But unfortunately, citizens who are doing this, I don't want to call them citizens, I want to call them rebels. Because some of them, instead of belonging to a political party, they say they are movement. And you know what movement stands for? If you check the dictionary meaning of a movement, it is not a team that stays forever. You come together for a particular aim, after which you dissolve. But if you want to become a candidate of a party or as a political party, you must come through a party. And a party is an institution that is being sustained. Right. So now, if we now have a system where some persons are already grandstanding already to create unrest or make things, because we have never had it bad the way INEC is being attacked lately. Yeah. But however, they must understand that it is the same their money that they will reinvest on those things, and this corrupt officials or politicians will make more money from it.
Okay. Now you just made mention of politicians, and fantastically, I like the way my guests pop up issues that gives me an appetite to ask the next question. Now, this aspect of politicians is quite crazy in the sense that some politicians are in the business of trying to cause this distraction. And you are a politician and you have your eyes on the ball as far as this election is concerned. Now, do you agree that some of you, worsen the situation that we have as far insecurity in this regard?
It's unfortunate you causing problem to win an election. It really, I've been in this field, it really opens my eye to a lot of things. Now, politics is not supposed to be played by violence. If you really have the people at heart, if you really have good intention, you play it clean and clear. Now, why attacking, why causing problem, why paying some persons to go and destroy properties that you know the government is still going to spend money on fixing? And if they say those things they spoil now might cost 100,000, now they'll tell you it's 1 million. You don't have a choice. You have to fix it. This is still falling back upon us. So
okay, but how do we arrest the situation? Because you may appear pious now that you are on air with me, but behind we don't know what happens. because politicians can be very I don't know, but let's look at a way of nipping it in the bud, because there have been several peace meetings, peace accords being held in order to nip this in the bud. Now, but it seems not to happen.
There should be a street law that guides it.
Of course, in the Electoral Act.
If you are caught, you go to jail immediately. No need of talking too much if you are caught in such acts. Because if you are a real politician, if you are really into politics, all this idea of shouting, moving from causing mayhem is not the main thing. I am a youth. I am into politics. I'm a candidate. And you see the way I do my things. I've been doing it accordingly, the way it ought to be.
No, it's not all about you. So let's not be distracted. It's not all about you.
No, I'm saying,
and you can't be saying that you do it well, because we don't have the measures or the tools to really grant you on that.
Because you don't follow me on my day-to-day activity. But in terms of violence, that's what I'm trying to say. Election is not do or die affair. If you really have Nigeria at heart, you really want change, it's not by destroying properties for if they scatter INEC office now, there is 100% assurance that there's still going to be problem on that aspect. You understand that? Now, facilities they are going to use that will make us vote correctly, you destroy it, then we start having problems.
Okay, but there's a new one, there's a great one which Nigerians are really welcoming, seeing as a welcome development. In the area of the Electoral Act that brought about electronic transmission of results, which means that the issue about ballot snatching or causing violence in that direction is over. Take it from there, colleagues.
Is it not somebody that's going to transmit it? Does it transmit itself? So see, sometimes,
but we're not going to be. We don't expect to be seeing ballot snatching. Or
of course, that is just to stop an open violence by way of immediate casting and trying to stop others, maybe from not allowing vote to be counted, to an extent, but also to an extent, they can still cause mayhem when they are losing. They can still make sure the process doesn't end, scares everywhere and drives away everybody. It's not when you have results that you transmit. Now, let me also tell you, it's also already made known. It's also already made known by INEC it's also already made known by INEC and the said amended INEC Electoral Act that area where violence takes place or area where there is inconsistency in any form, the vote from there will be void. that means they won't count it. So it's another, I'm coming.
So politicians could be looking in that direction.
Of course, those who are sent
that know that they're not popular in that direction.
Even when we are already going to election,
okay.
Some already know that, they already have the imagination that even if we win, they will not give us. By so doing, their aims and objectives is to create mayhem.
To scuttle the process.
That is not how it's supposed to be. Okay. If we have a refined Nigeria, thank God for the new digital policies that is coming and adding into the electoral system. Yeah. Even if we don't get it perfectly well now, the assurance is there that in subsequent election, there is already an improvement. Nigerians will then get to where we are hoping to get to. Not 100%, because even America, who have been practicing this, sometimes even after the election, still go to tribunals and challenge some quarters and some areas.
Okay, but you appreciate the level we've gotten anyways.
Of course we will, because there was a system that was built, consolidation was coming, because it didn't just start now. Gobadia actually came and started this whole process in 1999. He did the little he can. We agreed there was not much improvement. Leaving those century to just go to Jega, because it was from Jega's era we really saw a major improvement. And Mahmoud came too and started consolidating. But Mahmoud can't be everywhere. He can't be too intelligent and everywhere. Now let me also tell you, to get things work, even an INEC official or as an IG of police, if you want to use force or assume that, oh, I must make it free and fair,
right, thank you.
There must be a way of discussing.
Thank you.
If they are not discussing with the male characters, which are the politicians,
is the peace accord working? Is the peace meetings working?
They have always had peace accord. They have always had peace accord. And at the end, even the peace accord seems to make some go and relax and make some take advantage of the peace accord.
Okay, way forward in 1 minute, Romeo.
The way forward is every eligible voter, every citizen have to sit tight and really observe and really pray and really follow the due process so that we can achieve success in this 2023 election. Say no to violence, say no to destruction of properties, because all these things still fall back to us. Because they will still use it to affect our, so please, they should desist from it.
Okay.
If we want Nigeria to be good, if we want Nigeria to be a good Nigeria for all of us, they should leave this idea of destroying INEC properties and all that. Prayer is what we need right now.
Thank you. Your closing remarks.
Yes, I think beyond prayer that we need, our leaders should learn to be guided at this very period of elections. Okay. Whether religious leader, traditional rulers, those fathers, they should learn to try as much as they can when administering to their congregation to be neutral. But outside their congregation, they can have their own personal feelings on whoever they want to vote for. But standing on the pulpit, standing as a traditional man, standing as chief imam, or standing as a police officer, or an INEC official, or a media practitioner, or a pastor who are supposed at that time to play as neutral, to reduce tension, begin to play up tension.
Thank you.
Then you can see that we'll go nowhere.
Thank you, Collins Osaga Amadi. Big thanks to you, Romeo, for taking part of this discussion. We hope you oblige us in our subsequent interviews.
No problem.
Collins,
thank you very much.
Romeo.
Thank you.
God bless.